Dad. Hi, it's Annie.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm kind of a changed woman.
Oh, should we address the elephant in the room?
Yeah, I know what you want to talk about.
What?
My splint came off.
Guys, if you didn't recognize Annie,
Just know
this is still her.
It's still me. I just don't have a broken or a sprained
Wrist.
ligament in my wrist anymore.
Thank you for the thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, and also like I've come back better than better
ever.
than ever. Yeah.
There's nothing like the healing power of community, and I've always said that.
Exactly. What's new with you?
I thought you were going to your hair.
Oh, my dark hair.
Yeah,
Yes.
Annie's rocking a bit of a darker do.
I am. I was I decided that rather than go all in with Bob talk, I'd go all in with like Teddy Brown.
Teddy bear brown talk.
Teddy Bear Brown talk. And I will
TBT.
say I was in the hair chair
Uh-huh.
and Vicky,
Uh-huh.
my hairdresser, God bless her, said, if you're going to cut your hair and do a bob anytime or do a bang anytime, you should do it when you also change colors. And I said, Vicky, no.
That's a whole lot of change for one girl.
Well, I was like, I can't do both in one visit. And she was like, or it's the time to do both in one visit. And I said, I cannot go back to New York City with a brunette bob. Like people will think I've lost my mind. And I
I
have.
can't picture you with a brunette bob.
Well, mom like pulled my hair back because I have these short layers now. And she was like, oh my God. And I was like, the fact that there's long hair behind my head is giving me a level of security in this world that I wasn't ready to part with.
Like it was the only thing keeping you from a full Mentee bee in that moment.
Exactly. So yes, I did. You can't really see, I don't think, but like there's some highlights still. It's still like sort of light brown.
It's a teddy bear brown.
I think I agree. Or what do they call it? Blonde.
You are such a blonde,
Also, I've been.
blonde baby.
I am. I've been saying this too. That
Yeah, drink that water, queen.
Sorry, I've been saying that.
Hydrate before you tell us.
That like with each wash, like the water ran when I first washed my hair.
The water ran dark.
Yeah. And so she kept saying like it's gonna lighten up like as you go,
Yeah.
which like it's fine if it doesn't, but like I'm still I clearly attached to my blonde hair because I keep being like and she says it'll lighten.
The thing about hair is like it's not permanent.
That's the thing. I also have
Just ask Bill.
that was not
You
nice.
can cut that out.
I also feel like the you know how people do, what do you do when you're like due for a change, needing a shift? Because I do go either dye or cut my hair.
That is such a good question.
I don't really think you're like rash.
I think I maybe try sort of a new service. Like maybe I go get a facial or like a new manicure place.
I also feel like
Or-
you buy something weird.
What's something weird I bought?
Like
Like when I made Dad buy me a guitar when I was 15 and then never played it.
that
kind of thing?
is a good, yeah, but I also mean like a piece of clothing. You'll buy like a sweater that like is cute, but it's out of like the typical stuff that you would buy. And then you pair it with like,
You know what? Maybe I do like change my style.
You
Is what I
do.
change when I'm feeling a little funky.
I think you do.
I have way too. We've had this exact conversation on this podcast, but I have way too much hair trauma for that to be like my thing.
No, that was never your thing. It never will be
If
your
I'm
thing.
on the brink and then I change my hair, suddenly I'm
moving to
joining a
Switzerland.
monastery.
Right.
Anyway.
Wait, so we have a lot to catch up on,
Mm-hmm.
but I just have to say, because I've been dying to say this.
okay.
If anyone watches the movie All of You with the actor who plays Roy Kent,
Wait, what?
please reach out to me. We watched it. It was the worst movie I've ever seen. And people online and on like Rotten Tomatoes are talking about it as though it's like this amazing like Sundance Film Festival like piece of art. I didn't enjoy one singular second of it.
Can you give us a no spoiler synopsis? You didn't enjoy 1 second of it?
No. You're supposed to be rooting for a combination of infidelity, like But then there's also like this really weird like tech backdrop. Like this is set in the future.
I'm so confused.
It's like really bad. It's like really bad. And by the end, like Logan and Rachel and I are watching it. We're like, okay, there's going to be like some great payoff here for the hour and a half we just wasted. Horrible.
Okay, when I say, and maybe your answer is this movie, but when I say worst movie you've ever seen.
Oh, that's not my answer, Kate. You know I've seen some bad movies.
What's the worst movie you've ever seen?
I've walked out of the movie theater once.
Oh, wasn't it like the Minions or something?
The Minions movie.
So something tells me you weren't their target demographic.
This isn't like a foreign film where like there's subtitles. They literally
They're just like
and I'm like, I'm gonna die. Anyway, I didn't like Despicable Me, so I don't know what possessed me to go see the Minions movie.
Wait, the Minions movie is different than Despicable Me?
Kate,
Isn't Despicable Me just sort of inherently the Minions movie?
No, Kate, it's a spin-off where
It's
instead
like Despicable Me Minions version.
No, it's just called the Minions. Like that's just the whole thing. Anyway, what's the worst? Well, that's the only movie I've walked out of, but the worst movie I've truly ever seen. Oh, I watched Grown Ups 2 in the Madison hotel room this weekend. That movie's pretty fucking bad.
So you had a bad weekend for movies.
The other one was last week. I forgot to talk about it on the pod.
Okay.
We had too much Taylor to get through. What's the worst movie you've ever seen?
It was this movie with Lily Reinhart, and it was called like, do you remember what that movie was called? It was called like Plan B or like The Other Option or like What If? No, that was a movie with Daniel Radcliffe. Forget it. No, maybe it was called What If. No, forget it. Anyway.
No,
It was something. You get the gist.
Yeah. Oh, it was recently, it sounds like.
I watched it a few years ago with Mac, and
Terrible.
it's about this girl, and she gets pregnant in high school or college. I'm making up the plot.
I think you are.
It's two
Sounds like
different
me with Wicked.
It's two different plots, yes, that run linear. That doesn't make any
Parallel storylines.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're alternate universes.
Oh, so it's her in both.
Universi.
So it's her in both storylines.
Yes, and in one storyline she has the baby, and the other storyline she doesn't. And it's like, what if? That's like, you got it, like Plan B. And it was genuinely the dumbest fucking shit.
Was
I've
it
ever
religious?
Seen. No.
Like here she had this baby. Everyone should have their babies.
To be honest, I don't remember the ending well enough.
Because I've rewatched a few Nicholas Sparks films in recent years, and I've realized that there was some major Christian propaganda going on in those movies.
Is Nicky S a big Jesus guy?
There's definite themes.
There's like a Jesus undercurrent running through the whole thing. Of course,
The Longest Ride, which holds up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Interesting.
Favorite movie ever?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. I don't either. I just thought I'd ask.
No, I love that. If you watched last week's episode, we did a full debrief of Taylor Swift's last album. And
then Kate spent the next week
fighting haters on TikTok. We got some... What?
I actually thought that there were some really interesting comments.
Yeah, and like I always want to hear people's opinions, and like it was interesting to hear them, but also we got like hate comments, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I just wanted to say that I like the day after we recorded that episode, I had like guilt. Like she was on like Jimmy Fallon or Seth Meyers or something, and I saw clips of her, and I was like, you know, when like this is what it felt like. You know when you like stop being friends with someone, or you break up with someone,
and then
or they break up with you if you're me, and and you like hate them. You talk so much shit about them, but then if you like see them or like you look at their Instagram, you're kind of like, oh, like maybe I do still like them.
Yeah.
Like, or you miss them a little, even though like, you know, just if like a relationship ends or a friendship ends and you know it was for the best, or you stand by like why what you felt the way you did. But then when you look, you like see them and you're like, oh shoot, like maybe I fucked up, or like maybe I do wish I was still with them. That was how I felt when I saw Taylor on The Tonight Show the day after we posted that podcast. I was like, oh shit, like I was so hard on her, like whatever. Should I have said all of that? But then I was like, you know what? I meant it. Also,
something else happened to me.
What?
We haven't talked about this.
What?
There's a couple
songs you like?
There's a couple good songs.
I said that last week, in fairness.
There's a couple
You
good
did
songs.
not say that last
No. There's two. There's two that I
Which?
don't skip.
Which?
Can you guess?
Father figure?
Yeah.
And do you like Opalite?
No.
Elizabeth Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song, like,
Yeah, I would say those are my two favorites as
okay.
well.
So anyway, yeah. So we spent, the last couple weeks just like fighting off the haters in the comments.
Yeah.
But we also received a lot of
Support.
interesting commentary on. It's definitely a divisive subject. I'll say that, Mom.
Oh, yeah. People have very strong feelings about it.
We were laughing when I was home because we were like, we talk about like such controversial things. But the Taylor Swift
yeah, our
life
mom
of-
made that point.
She was like, the life of a showgirl was the most controversial thing
Totally.
we could have said. But I think it sort of paints it shines a light on some broader like cultural and societal attitudes, opinions, feelings, I think. And people take that very seriously. But also the meanest people are always like, it's always a Barbara who makes pumpkins. Decorates pumpkins.
Also, a lot of white women.
Yeah, well, of course. That's what
lot of
I'm
white
not,
women
I'm
were
not
angry.
Yeah, no, a lot. But like middle age and have Bible verses in their bios and make pumpkins.
Yeah.
Decorate pumpkins, I should
Yeah.
say. So anyway.
If you're looking for some entertainment, go to our
Yeah.
TikTok, which is long dot story short pod,
Yeah.
and read the comments on our pinned TikTok because some of them are pretty funny.
Some of them are funny. Some of them are insightful. You engaged extremely well.
Thank you.
I thought when people say we're open to conversation about this and then don't engage with anything negative, that like irritates me.
Oh, yeah.
So I was glad that you did that. And I can say that because it wasn't me.
I was just sending you screenshots.
Yeah.
Suddenly I have haters,
Yeah.
but also fans.
Right. Like,
The newfound fame was like a lot.
yeah.
Our 70 likes on TikTok.
Yeah, it was like so crazy. Anyway,
But so the album is still a couple you like, mostly you don't.
correct.
I will say, since we recorded that episode, I'm hearing all the TikToks. A lot of the songs have been stuck in my head. I don't think I've sat down and listened to a single song all the way through.
Right.
Since we recorded it.
Right.
So.
Also,
Do with that what you will.
the other thing I'd like to say, Sabrina Carpenter was great on SNL. She's really funny. She's really talented. And it was a really good episode, which like I had no doubt that it was going to be the case. But I feel this way when Ariana Grande goes on and when Sabrina goes on, where I'm like, you guys both are just so wickedly talented. And also like she's
so
a good,
wickedly talented.
yes, she's a really good actress too.
Do you want to know what connects both of those girlies? Theater.
Exactly.
Just something else to think about.
Something to think about. Wait, that's actually, now that I think about it, that is so true. That's why they're both so good at it.
They love the stage.
Also, no one sounds good on SNL, and she did.
She did sound good.
Yeah, she was great. Oh, speaking of SNL, who did Amy Poehler marry once upon a time? Will Arnett?
Yeah.
Is it possible she has kids with him?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how I got here.
Okay.
My TikTok For You page
I don't know where you're going, but sorry.
is one big Amy Poehler, Seth Meyers like Stan account.
like they're shipping them. Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
And I guess that like with like the true like loyal.
the police,
Well, they have a name. They have a name.
the my pulls.
It's like something like it's like something about like
Samey.
yeah or
Okay,
something. I don't
whatever.
know. But Kate, it's every video.
But like, so how are their kids related?
So people are like, Seth would never do that to Will. But like Seth's married.
I was gonna say Seth is married with
Also,
children.
like, they're not into each other. Like they're very good friends.
Is it the type of thing where they're like compiling evidence to show that they are together, or that they just really want them to be together?
They're like OTP edits.
Oh, like fan compilations of their cutest moments.
And like there's a lot of them. They did Update together. Like they started SNL in the same class. But like I think we've like lost. I think they're just like.
Can I say something controversial?
I'm starting to root for it. Is that what you were gonna say?
That's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I kind of love that the youth of today are engaging with like the older SNL cast members.
So same, but then I had a moment where I was like,
Is it the youth?
Is it Barbara with her pumpkins?
Oh my God.
It might
Are the
be.
people commenting on our TikToks
The same people that are like
the samies?
Yeah. The OTP samies.
How do you think you found yourself there?
Because I have a big old fat crush on Seth Meyers.
He's so hot.
So hot. And Bowen and so this is why I'm thinking we might need to like think about like a guest at some point.
Okay.
Because I was watching Bowen and Matt and Seth drink together, which I'm sure you saw the day drinking. And then I was like, I love Seth Meyers. Also his tricep
Yeah.
in that video.
No, he's a hottie.
He's a total hottie. He's also a fellow Northwestern Wildcat.
And a theater kid. I don't know.
He does like a hilarious bit about so I watched that and then I was like, I need to engage more with Seth Meyers, and the Rachel Dratch clip then came up of her with the headphones and Seth.
Oh yeah.
And then when I was just like digging around on the internet, I realized that Seth came back on Amy's podcast. Good Hang. And then I watched that podcast and like,
so you're really seeing the positive impacts of a collab in real time.
exactly, the podcast stratosphere, if you will. So then
We should invite Seth on.
we should. I think he'd come.
I think you should call Taylor up.
I think you should just call Seth
Taylor
up.
up.
I mean, he's a fellow. He's
Next
like
time I see him in the hallways,
of 30 Rockefeller Center.
I'll invite him.
You can invite him. But anyway, all I was going to say was just that like they're really good friends, and he does this. I was laughing out loud on the plane because he does this really funny bit about how he's one of the only guys invited to like ever to like the SNL women get-togethers of that age, but he can stay for 30. And like after 30, Tina's like, okay, it's time for you to go. And he said, you would think like comedy icon. That must have been the funniest dinner ever. And 95% of it was all of them looking through different various totes and putting on and taking off different jackets. Like he does this really funny bit about how like, and Amy's like, we're all going through menopause. Like they do this. It's very funny. So anyway, all's to say, I've caught myself on a part of TikTok that is actually vast, and it's all people shipping the two of them. And I just didn't know that this existed. And really, you can find anything on the internet.
I think you can find anyone shipping anyone. Do you remember? Do you remember all the fan edits back in the day? Actually, they're still being made today of people shipping Harry Styles and Obama.
Kate,
You haven't seen
I've
these?
never heard of this. Are you playing a prank on me?
No, I swear to God, I'll show you.
Are they
now.
friends?
I don't know if they've ever met, but like,
How did
people-
you find yourself here? Actually, I know how you found yourself there.
Obama and look, if you type in Obama and the second
No,
result
Kate,
is
if you-
Obama
if,
and
if you
Oh.
type that in,
Look.
because it's wait, this
like,
isn't
and
right.
that has 50,000 likes.
No. To Silver Springs? No. No, I have okay. And
This is what I mean when I say anyone can ship anyone.
And
that's what I
honestly-
love about the internet.
I'm done with the internet for today after
Wait,
that.
I have a follow-up question. Who do you ship the most in this world? Or who have you shipped in the past? If anyone doesn't know what shipping means.
Oh, thank you.
I just know we have a wide variety of listeners.
Totally.
That's when you really want two people to get into a relationship.
Also-
Whether they're real, whether they're fake.
Also, OTP.
Is your one true pairing.
Right.
Which is like your ultimate. So I guess I should have really said, who's your OTP?
Like, does it have to be? I guess there's no rules, right? I was gonna say,
There's literally no rules on this podcast.
I really at one point, like, so one thing about me is if they're in love in a show or a movie, I want them to be in love in real life.
I think I know who you're going to say.
Who? I don't think you do.
Carrie and Tony.
Who?
Carrie Washington and Tony Goldwyn.
Why did I think that you were gonna say Carrie Ann Inabo and Tony? Isn't that
Bruno?
Yeah.
The judges on Dancing with Stars.
Yeah, that's where my head went. Okay. Mine is Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
Oh. Okay.
I think he loved her.
Well, she's married too, in fairness. Or engaged.
But she broke, but not when A Star is Born was
But
filmed.
he was with someone when it was filmed.
Right, and now he has a bad face. Anyway.
He did get a bad facelift.
No, Kate, like horrible.
Do you think if he and Gaga had gotten together, he would have gotten the bad facelift?
No, because I actually think it's Yolanda Hadid's fault.
Is he with Yolanda?
He's with Gigi.
Oh, right. Wait, I feel like... So, but that's your
who's
one true
yours?
pairing?
Yeah.
Did you ship any of the One Direction men with each other?
No.
I don't
Was
think
yours
I did
Harry and
either.
Louis a little?
No. Well, I wouldn't have been mad if that was real.
Yeah. Who's
So
your
maybe.
OTP?
I don't know if I have one.
Okay. It might
Okay,
be
you know
Seth
how
and Amy.
I've
The
talked
internet,
about-
the internet can convince you of anything.
Mine might be Harry and Barry.
Harry and Barry. Barry Kokyogan. Wait, who?
Barack Obama.
Oh, Kate. That's so off. Like, that's so
No,
odd.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have one. The reason I feel like you and I were very into like fandoms, but we never were really like shipping people.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted people to like live their truth.
Yeah, I also, again, I hated a conspiracy. So
Right.
like the idea that Harry and Louis were secretly together, like that, like not because I'm a homophobe. It just didn't sit right with me.
No one thought that. Also, did you see My Policeman?
Is that the one where Harry's gay?
Yes,
No. Did you?
it was fantabuloso. You should watch it.
It's called My Policeman.
Or The Policeman.
No, I think it is called My Policeman. or
Yeah,
something.
and he's like a repressed gay man, and like
Do you know what movie changed my life?
what?
Sorry.
Brokeback Mountain. You loved that movie. You did.
I actually told Mac like 2 days ago that we should watch it because he's never seen it.
Totally.
But no, I was going to say Kill Your Darlings, which was a movie where Daniel Radcliffe played a gay poet.
Did you feel connected to him in that?
I just like loved the like controversy of it.
Yeah,
And he
that's
had
what I
like
thought.
sex scenes.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen the movie. I just watched the sex scenes on YouTube.
Most high schoolers are like getting drunk. Kate's watching gay sex scenes of Daniel Radcliffe in a movie about poetry. And if that's not the most Kate Myers thing I've ever heard in my life. Also, next question.
Something changed my life recently.
Tell me.
But what was your question?
Well, no, that feels more important. I was just going to ask you. What changed your life recently?
No, I want to know what you're going to
I'm going to
ask.
ask you if you recline on an airplane.
Oh.
'Cause I sat in front of mom.
No. Does mom recline?
No, I sat in front of mom
Did you recline? You recline?
in the last couple
No.
weeks. Yeah.
No,
We're all
no,
out
no,
here.
no,
We're all
no.
out here just trying
We're
to get
all
by.
out here doing our best.
No, like
You have to do better.
wait.
That is not, I know you, and that is not your best.
So I didn't recline. I was just curious. I
I think you need to, I think you need to stop reclining.
think I need to
Incline.
yeah, no.
No.
Whatever. Anyway, I just didn't do it because it was mom behind me. And like I don't want to be known for that. So I didn't do it on the plane and I was like, fuck.
You just told everyone about it on this podcast.
I'm saying like when I'm anonymous on an airplane, but I wasn't anonymous because Gail and Bill were behind me. Anyway, what changed your life? Did you start reclining on airplanes?
No. I started watching Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
And
Which I've been watching.
I know. And I want to give you and Rachel, your roommate, credit for this.
Thank you.
Because I feel like you guys really got me into it. And similar to how I like have this thing sometimes with certain shows where I'm like, oh, I don't watch that. Like, I don't know why. Just in my head.
You're
I
a
was
very
always
all
like,
or nothing person.
yes, 100%. I'm not a person who watches Dancing with the Stars. Like, I'm just not.
Yeah.
But then I started seeing the TikTok clips everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started seeing all this lore about how they're all Mormon and they all like
I knew that would
bang.
get you. I knew that would get you.
Right. There's lots of like inter-dancer relations going on, but they're
Divorces,
also Mormon.
marriages, cheating,
Yes.
gay men who
sometimes
aren't
they,
out.
Sometimes they date their partners
Yeah.
and it ends badly. Sometimes people ship them with their partners and it's like whatever,
Crazy.
tea.
Did I tell you that that's why I think Alec Baldwin went with Hilaria. Because I think he was worried.
Ilaria?
Hilaria. Because I think he was worried about Gleb
Oh.
because of Brooke Snyder. Anyway.
Anyway, there's just like a lot of lore. And now I sit down on the couch every Tuesday night and for 2 hours I'm watching Dancing with the Stars and I'm teaching everyone and by everyone I mean Mac.
Like, who are you teaching?
About the lore. I'm like, they dated.
I don't know the lore. So that's my thing is like I'm really good at knowing half.
You're there for the art form. You're really good at knowing half.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I know enough to get someone really interested.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you quizzed me on who's dated on that show, I'd be like, I don't know.
See, I need like the personal life lore.
I know you
to
do.
be invested.
But Dancing with the Stars specifically, I know enough to watch, but I would never research in my free time like Julianne Hough's previous.
But I don't have to research it in my free time now. To your point about Samey, like TikTok just
Feeds it to you.
TikTok just feeds me all this information
I
that I
know.
never asked for. But am I going to watch it? Yes.
Can we talk about Dylan Efron's younger sister?
Olivia, I loved her.
And she really took a page out of your book.
What did she do? I'm scared.
Remember how you were like, I was caught picking on the camera?
Oh, I was literally going to say picked her nose on national
Yeah.
television.
And listen,
So last
sometimes
week
you have an itch that gets caught on camera.
It made me love her even more. So last week on Dancing with the Stars, I guess 2 weeks ago, probably by the time this comes out, was dedication night, which is when they dedicate a dance to a special someone in their lives.
Right.
And Dylan Efron dedicated his dance to his like little half sister Olivia, who I didn't know existed until this week, but now I'll never forget her.
Never.
She's like 5 years old and she's so cute. And they were like, what do you think of Dylan? Basically. And she was like, when I'm with him, I feel free. He's my best friend.
So cute.
And she does this pose. Have you seen like the people reposting the pose she does in the beginning where he's holding her and she's literally like, she's like full sprawl, like the most dramatic diva you've ever seen.
She's killing it.
And her toe is pointed to the gods.
No, I know.
I've never liked a human being more. And then
Imagine being.
she's so cute.
Wait, she's his half sister.
Yeah.
Of which parent? Because who mom or dad has the strongest genes.
They all look so much alike.
and also they're the most beautiful specimens.
She's so cute.
She's so cute.
And also she as you were saying, later in the show they like panned to like their family briefly and she's sitting in the audience just absolutely digging for gold. And it was
which also
just
like,
the best thing I've ever seen.
Okay, like cameraman doing her dirty.
Right, like why are you doing Olivia like that?
Wait till she's done.
Right, let her wipe.
Let
her wipe it on the chair.
Let her mom get
and
a
then
Kleenex
let her have her moment.
Yeah. Also, it was like mid dance, was it not?
I don't know when it was.
Because she comes running back out at the end for like a last hug. Can we talk about the 3-person dances?
I had a real issue. You can ask. I'm sort of turning into like an angry 45-year-old wine mom, except
Kind of turning into Barbara with her pumpkins.
I'm sort of becoming Barbara.
Yeah.
I don't have kids. I don't have kids. I don't really drink wine when I'm watching Dancing with the Stars, and I'm 28. But I am a 45-year-old wine mom when I watch Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
I was getting so irritated the other day when we were watching, and I didn't know you felt the same way until after.
It was dedication night, not participation night. Like, just dedicate the goddamn dance.
And I'm pretty sure, based on the lore I've collected, I'm pretty sure normally they just dedicate.
So what? Why?
It was like a special edition. This time is that they included the person in the dance
that they were dedicating it to. I'm not interested.
It was cute. Like Dylan, like no, not all of it was cute. I was saying like Dylan held Olivia and like spun her, and then she ran off, and he did his amazing dance. Some of them were like, again, they were all very nice in theory, but some of them were like incorporated in the whole dance, and I'm like, this ruined the whole dance.
Well, also when Mom and I were watching, because I was in Chicago last week, we were watching Chessie. Mm-hmm. And Mom was like, is this just like an audition for her to be on the scene? And they're both very good. Like, they're very good friends. I don't doubt that she would have dedicated the dance to her regardless. But like, she's not on the show. Also, had they told us there wasn't even going to be an elimination, skip.
I was glad there was no elimination. I'm like, fine, if you're going to do dedication night, don't
You can't
eliminate someone.
right.
But I'm sitting on the couch being like, this dance fucking sucks. Like, why they have to put him in there? Blah, blah. And Macklin's like, oh, I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of a nice sentiment. I'm like, oh, I guess you're right.
No,
I was like very up in arms about the dedication. The
they also-
participation night, as you said.
they also usually do like a little video. Instead of the like, and we brought so-and-so to Los Angeles to rehearse.
Yeah.
Give me the lore. Let the dancers dance.
Let the dancers dance.
So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Andy Richter's adorable.
If you guys aren't watching though, you absolutely need to.
Yeah, I highly recommend.
It's changing my life.
Yeah.
And
I'm so glad. It was such a blind spot for you, honestly.
I feel like there was a real void missing in my life for like 15 years ever since I stopped watching American Idol.
100%.
And this is filling that for me.
Of course.
It's not as good because nothing will ever be as good.
No.
And for your information, American Idol is no longer on the air. Whatever that is a different show. Do you not get what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Wait. Because American Idol is still on, but like it's not.
Oh.
Like that. Wait, we do a disservice to the Paula Abduls of the world if we call that
Right.
American Idol.
Katy Perry's a judge.
I think.
I
don't know.
I have to put Logan on blast for a second. She's going to kill me. You are in the car. Someone is auxing. They're very good at it. There's a Fleetwood Mac moment. There's a bunch of amazing different moments in the car. There's Elton John. There's whatever. At the end of the car ride, we're pulling into Madison. She's been auxing. It's been great. She's great taste in music. And we're like, let's do a little like fun girly pop, like whatever. So she turns on like Hannah Montana movie, You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home, whatever. We're being really cheesy about the fact that we were back in Madison. Rachel's sitting next to me in the car. And all of a sudden, Rachel and I assume by accident, the song Teenage Dream by Katy Perry gets queued up.
Wait, that's a good song. That's a good song. I'm Team Logan. Are you kidding? That Katy Perry album is like a pop album of our generation. What? No, say it with your chest. What were you going to say about Teenage Dream?
I just should have known because she turns that on and Rachel and I, first of all, I look down at my phone because I'm like, it must have glitched. Mm-hmm. Then I look at Rachel and Rachel just goes, I'm sorry. And the two of us look at her and look at Logan and we just go, immediately no. And we skip. For the next like hour, Logan is embarrassed, depressed, feeling just like she can never aux again. We go to the Union that night. We say to Amanda and Mel, our two other friends who came to join us for the weekend, we say, oh, no, Logan brings it up. She goes, you two be quiet. I say the song Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. Do you like it? Amanda and Mel start laughing and they're like, no, that's objectively a terrible song. We go the whole weekend making jokes about this song. Every time Logan says something funny, Amanda's like, okay, Katie. Mm-hmm. We're at the W, a bar in Madison, Wisconsin. Touch tunes. Someone plays Teenage Dream. The whole place erupts. Everyone starts singing.
It's a good fucking song. Okay. Macklin, what are your thoughts on Teenage Dream by Katy Perry?
Nay, exactly. So you and Logan.
And I don't like Katy Perry.
Yeah, but let me just tell you, neither does she that much. And all this affirms to me is that you guys have the exact same taste in everything ever because...
Wait, speaking of Teenage Dream by Katy Perry.
Yes.
You know when people say like, oh, like Kelly Clarkson's a song, meaning like she covers it and she does it way better than...
Yeah, we talked about this with Benny B.
Right, with Benson B.
Right.
With Benny B.
Benny B.
So do you want to know my version of that? When someone warblers a song?
Yeah. Of course.
Which is when a song was performed by the all-male a cappella group on Glee, the Warblers.
I didn't know that was a verb.
I made it up.
I love it. We should start using it.
Like, I could name 8 songs right now that were so much better on Glee than the real version. And I might get in trouble if I say all of them. But Teenage Dream is one of them.
Teenage Dream is
Have you heard that version of Teenage Dream? Have you heard Logan? Listen to it right now if you haven't.
Wait, so, okay, the Warblers.
Yeah, they rock. Like,
would you ever rewatch Glee?
I have.
Oh.
Would I ever?
Okay.
I actually rewatched the first season. And then I kind of stopped, but I think I need to rewatch all of it. It gets so bad though.
Was it as weird as I remember it being? Okay. I remember being like, this show is like so odd.
It was.
Okay.
That was part of the beauty of it.
Of course.
But then Darren Criss would just open his mouth and do a little dance. And like,
then everything would be better. Remember when we went to the Glee concert?
Of course I remember we went to the Glee concert.
Okay, I have a couple things to say.
Okay.
To go back to Taylor for a second. and this is like the last thing I want to say about it. I saw one piece of feedback about the album that I thought was interesting.
Okay.
I think that people are worried, and I totally get this, that like there's so much else going on that like infighting among the Swifties is like a distraction.
Yeah.
Which I don't disagree with. And I also think people can like have a fun album that they like to listen to. And by the way, we said that was people's biggest criticism in those comments was like, sorry, people want to find joy. And we were like, no,
we certainly want to find
also,
joy.
if that album brings people joy, then they should listen to it.
But also someone actually commented, this was a more recent comment, I don't know if I told you about this. They were like, this album is not joyful. Like she talks about how like the bitches who hate her, she talks about like how being famous is so like she was like there's so much on the album that's like not joyful and fun. Anyway,
or like making fun of another female artist because she does cocaine, like
right.
Anyway, I was just gonna say that like I do think that on some level like the infighting between the Swifties is there's like a time and a place for it for sure. But I think the internet is so siloed. It's like we can have these conversations between Swifties and also like care about other things that are going on in the world.
Well, that's funny to Mom's point about like how this was the thing that got everyone up in arms. And it's like there are so many other things to be up in arms about right now.
100%. And also like I just think like people are so one-dimensional online or like assume that other people are so one-dimensional online. Like we can have a critique about Taylor Swift's album and post about it and also in the same breath care about the broader players and systems at play in the country. It has not, it's not an either or thing.
Totally.
That's what I found most interesting about it.
And people can like the album and also still really care about like
totally.
I don't know.
You can play The Life of a Showgirl on your way to the No Kings protest.
And I'm sure many did.
I hope that they did if that brought them joy.
I kind of feel like Gail might have.
I think she definitely did. Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the No Kings protests?
Yeah.
That was great.
I would like to talk about protest as a verb for a second.
Yeah.
I think that it is so cool. And I feel like we don't talk about this enough because like the issue at hand is so existential and scary. But this country was founded and changed and formed and morphed by large groups of people pushing back against like systems and like oppressors. And I think it's so cool that the protest on Saturday was New York City, not a single person was arrested. And that's not to say that if they had been, it would have been like justified,
right.
But like people were in silly costumes because they were like, we are not going to let the media or like the far right try to make it seem like anyone here is like anti-America. And I think it's so cool because I feel like we're in this time where like instant gratification is takes over so much of our like mental power and whatever. And I think that I saw some discourse after the No Kings protest that was kind of like, okay, like, yeah, I went and I'm glad other people feel the way that I do, but like, what is this actually doing in practice? And I think that like, it's why history is so important that people like learn, because it's like, these things don't happen overnight. Like it's continuous pushback from a large amount of people that moves the needle towards now all these congressmen and women are petrified that they're going to lose the midterms because they're seeing people come out in Tennessee and in you know, all of these like deeply red areas being like enough is enough. So anyway, I just think like that discourse was interesting of people being like, well, nothing like materialized or like happened from it. And it's like, no, 7 million people came out, said that they didn't want to, that this is not the country that they like fought. I think that was the number that was like, that was really like that people latched on to. But I just think it's really interesting that we're so conditioned to be like, and what was the outcome? And what was the effect?
That's so interesting. I hadn't thought about that. And I actually haven't really seen that discourse online. So like, I'm glad you, like, that's so interesting. Cause you're right. Like in social media, everything is
constant.
I mean, I was literally doing it today. I posted a TikTok and I was like, it got 1 like.
Yeah.
And it had been like 5 minutes.
Right.
And you were like, just give it a second. I feel like we're really bad at giving it a second.
Totally.
In this day and age.
Totally. And also the combination of that and like how existential the threat
Yes.
is. It's like, well, I went and I want things to change right now.
Yeah.
And it takes
time.
Yeah. Famously, bureaucracy is like
Yeah.
slow.
I just think it's cool to see that, like, and maybe I've said this before, but just seeing that so many other people agree with you.
Yeah.
Even if who knows if it's the majority of the country at this point or not, I don't know. But even like 7 million people, and that's, I mean, I was not able to go to a protest on Saturday, neither were you, I don't think.
I was there for a little
Right.
at the Capitol in Madison.
So like think about then all the other people who like couldn't go, who also agree. Like,
right.
my point is just there's something comforting, I think, in knowing. Like for me lately, it just kind of, I've had this feeling of like, is everyone just a Trump supporter now? And I think obviously a lot of people are.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes it's easy to forget that like there's so many people who aren't.
Right.
And like it sounds so simple, but there's something very comforting about that to me.
100%.
And I think to your point, politicians, as much as I wish politicians were driven to do good, and I think some of them are, I think most of them are driven to get reelected, like
Right.
you said. And so like if you live in a place that has, we've talked about this before, but that has politicians who are making decisions that like you don't agree with, especially if they're like up for reelection soon, like call them and tell them you don't agree with them.
Yeah.
Like, and that you're not going to vote for them if they don't
Yeah.
fix XYZ. Like that has power.
Right. And then they'll try to make decisions between now and the midterms that will appease their voters, because at the end of the day, that's their job.
Yeah.
It's how they make money.
Yeah.
It's how they, so like, right.
And we're the people who vote these people into power.
right.
At least for the time being.
Right.
Like we live in a democracy. And so
Right.
even though it doesn't feel like it a lot of the time, and even though some people want to try to take this away, like I don't know. I just think I'm trying really hard to remember that like there are always things you can do
Right.
to make a difference, even if to your point it doesn't feel like
Immediate.
so immediately like you're making a difference.
Or like tangible. I feel like we're I think that like getting people out into the streets and saying like there are other, I also think because we're in such an information
Like silos.
misinformation and information silos, to get outside and be like, oh, there's 7 million other people who agree with me, and agree with me so much so that they made the choice to come out here and like do this today. I think that for young people, especially, the impact that has on your psyche to be like, oh, I'm not just, because I had this like existential moment of being like, I do like social listening for my job. This was after Trump was reelected. And I was so positive that everyone hated him. I was doing reports for work about how much people were bothered that it was even going to be close and all this stuff. And I had this existential moment of being like, oh my God, am I also just like siloed into these? I think the administration has gotten worse. And so I think more people have joined our opinions on it. But I think additionally, it's just really hard to gauge a lot of the time, like how much of this is a weird internet hole, how much of this is, it's pollsters have this problem right now. It's like you don't know how to measure that. And this felt like a really tangible way to measure how dissatisfied people are.
Totally. The other thing I'll say, and I've said this before, we said this about free speech with the Jimmy Kimmel stuff and with the Charlie Kirk stuff, and I'm going to say it about free speech and the right to protest now. If anyone is trying to stifle that on either side, like regardless of what your political views are, like if anyone is trying to tell you it's okay for someone to be killed because of their beliefs, it's okay for someone to be taken off the air because of things they've said about politics, or I've seen a lot of people now saying like how stupid and un-American it is to peacefully protest, like politicians.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Donald Trump and whoever the
that's
Speaker
like
of the House
the
is.
most American thing you
Right,
can
they keep
possibly
saying
do.
it's stupid and un-American. So my point is just like, regardless of your political views, like even if you don't agree with a single thing that the people at the No Kings protest were protesting, or even if you agreed with or even if you disagreed with what Jimmy Kimmel said on air, like, you should be very worried about the state of our country.
Right.
If people are trying to take away those rights. Like,
Right. Like
that should transcend
the
aisle.
content itself.
Yeah.
Because that is a template of living in a democracy. Because the second that those same people decide that the content of what you're saying is no longer palatable,
Yeah.
and those rights are not still in place, how quickly it will turn. And I think that's what's happening right now with a lot of Republicans is they're like, whoa. Like, there is I don't have to agree with the content, but I can agree with the principle of what's going on here. And I think it's important to distinguish the two. And I also think it's just really important. I saw an 100-year-old man who was outside in Madison who had a sign that said, I'm 100 years old and I'm out here. This is not the America that I love. And I was like, I don't know. I think there's just such these stories, these narratives get pushed of like the young woke, and it's like this 100-year-old man who I guarantee is not like, I mean, maybe he is, who knows? The most like, you know, lefty Lou. Yeah, cutting edge, whatever, is out there being like, this is not okay. So all's to say, we're almost a year in.
Which is so fucking crazy.
I don't even know. What do you mean?
I don't want to do 3 more years.
No. But we're a year out
From the midterms.
from some potentially some substantial change. And in the interim, it does work. People, call your senators. Actually call them.
Yeah. And I think the closer we get, I want to do more. Like, I think we are going to keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Even if that's not like your usual thing, our listeners. Because I think, I don't know. I just think it's like very, very, very important now more than ever to like do little things to make a difference.
I agree. And I think what we were talking about with vaccines, like people don't know, people my age, I will say, and younger, don't know what this country was, don't know what it's, I think we've gotten a little complacent with the situation and the rights and the, if you know about history and the fall of great states and countries, I think it's quite important to understand the similarities right now and to know that this doesn't have to be the way that it is, but it requires active participation in resistance in order to make sure that it's not an epic fall from grace, which it's already has been a little bit. Yeah. But you know who we should call?
You read my mind.
Someone who did go to a protest this weekend.
Gail has been off the pod for a few weeks, which is only because we keep forgetting to call her and not because we don't love her. So let's give her a ring.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Dad did just text us and say, I'm sure you guys know this, but it's Wicked Night tomorrow on Dancing with the Stars.
And that's my king right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's call her and see if she has anything to share about her experience protesting.
Yeah.
Our little show.
She also might have some things to share about like the ICE stuff.
Hello.
Hi. Where are you?
Hi. In my family room. Where are you?
You're being recorded for our podcast right now.
Oh my goodness.
The people were asking about
podcast.
I know you think that you were what did you say? You quiet fired me? We did not. We absolutely did not.
Quietly quit. You don't know.
Oh, did you she quietly quit?
Well, we
No, I really
wanted
didn't.
we wanted to bring back our little Gale segment, and
Okay.
we were curious, and I know we're sort of putting you on the spot right now.
I love that when you put me on.
Did you not
surprise.
we didn't no.
No, this is a cold call.
Totally. Okay.
We were just talking about the No Kings protests,
Yes.
and I know you went to one, you and Dad both.
We
So,
did. We actually went to 2.
oh, what 2 did you go to?
Well, we went to the first one that was like, I don't know.
Oh,
few months
right.
ago.
A few months
So
ago,
this was
yeah.
our second.
And I don't know, just is there anything you want to share about the experience? Did it make you feel hopeful? Would you go again?
I would go again. I felt like it was a great way to be in community with like-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
it felt, I've seen some criticism, like what good is it going to do? Like what's going to happen? Like kind of like, so what? People gathered. But I do think that it felt very much like people were motivated to come together on behalf of democracy, and it felt really good.
That's awesome.
Lots of older people there, as there were at the last protest. Or is it a rally or a protest? I'm not sure. Rally. People are calling it a rally. But anyway, I felt like there were some younger people and like families there this time. So I think my takeaway is like, if you're on the fence, go. It wasn't scary. If anyone is worried about that, at least the one I went to in Evanston wasn't. And I feel like that was kind of the vibe across the country, was that it was peaceful. And I don't know, it felt really good. I felt like standing up for democracy felt good.
Yeah.
That's great. We were just saying, like, people, I saw some of that sentiment too, Mom, of like, okay, well, now what? And I was saying to Kate, I feel like we're like so conditioned to be like looking for immediate gratification, but like these things matter. And like having House reps and Congress people be worried about the amount of people that showed up in districts that have historically like not necessarily gone out and like protested is like a huge, especially ahead of the midterms, is like a huge win. And some of these things take time.
Yeah. And I think too, like, for people who this isn't your thing, and like I never kind of thought it was my thing, but I enjoyed going and I'm glad I went. But there's other things you can do too. You know, you can write postcards, you can help out, you know, help your community out, people in need. Like, I also hesitate to say like everyone has to go to a protest. You know, I think that it's not for everyone, but if you're on the fence, I think at least this time it felt really good, and it felt good. It was kind of what's the word? Reassuring in a way for me, that like there's a lot of people in our country who feel strongly about our democracy and that it stay intact. And so that felt good to me. It was, and not that that's what it was about me so much, but that was a nice takeaway.
Totally.
Of course.
Well, thanks for going.
Of course. Yeah. I'll probably go again.
Yeah, and we'll have to go next time too. Or you went, Annie.
I didn't really go. I dabbled.
But
and Annie, did you talk about the gentleman you saw?
Of course.
The sign at the farmer's market? Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, older generations who were there, and they're like literally like their 70s and 80s, and to your point, Annie, hundreds. I think I saw something today that said that like a lot of Gen Z don't turn out for these things, or Gen X even, or millennials, and a lot of that. The reason that it's older people is because in this, you know, these were like the activists in the 60s that saw direct results from their actions. So they know that it works. Mm-hmm. Whereas, you know, it's a little bit slower going here in this current state. But I don't know, that was kind of one of the reasons given. And then the other thing I was just going to say real quick was that I thought what was different this time, tons of American flags this time being waved. And that kind of made me feel good about just all American voices being heard. And like, that's kind of the point, you know?
Totally.
So like, even if you don't align with the left, you know, like the whole point is that people have the ability to speak and protest and rally or whatever it is. And that's why we're the country that we are. And so, I don't know, waving the American flag felt really good because that's what we do in this country.
It's
so
very American to protest.
Yes.
And to believe in democracy.
Exactly. And I don't think anyone should have an issue with that. So
true. So true.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Well, of course.
And welcome back to Long Story Short.
Thank you for calling me. I think Dad's a little jealous. We'll have to get him on the horn one of these times.
We'll call Bill next time.
I'll tell him.
Yeah, you
Get
can
his
tell him.
notes ready.
You
Okay.
can tell him. All right, we
We'll
love
ask
you.
him about Wicked Night.
Oh yeah, he's very excited
Yeah.
to tell you that that's tomorrow night on Dancing with the Stars.
We did a whole Dancing with the Stars. See, we're so multifaceted. We watch Dancing with the Stars and we go to protests.
I love it.
We're crazy.
We're so crazy.
Okay, love you, Mom.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. All right.
What else, Kate?
I feel like that's it for this week.
I kind of agree.
Also, sorry that we promised a dating episode and didn't deliver. It is coming.
It is coming. Sorry, I was just looking at my notes. I was just, yeah.
All right.
I'm really hungry all of a
I'm
sudden.
so hungry.
It's almost 8 p.m. and
Well, thanks everyone for watching / listening.
we love you all. No kings in this country, only queens.
So many
behind the
queens.
mic
That's right.
and
Tell
in our
me,
hearts. Yeah. Okay.
And on the dance floor.
Oh, tomorrow night. Yeah, can't wait to debrief. Love you guys. We'll see you
See you next time.
next week. Actually. Bye.